can take. Where
You mean
it's
like City Slickers?
It's like a rock climbing retreat. I think there should be like a horse mounting retreat.
And if you're just tuning in, please rewind this podcast.
I mean, don't you think? Like, this is fascinating. Like, you probably had to have some education around that.
There's an amazing amount. I mean, you can tell if somebody's a horse person within seconds of them approaching or walking up to a horse. I mean, within seconds, you can tell. Absolutely.
And
so
you're
well, the horse can tell.
Why
on
are you
that.
A horse person? Where did you grow up?
I feel so lucky you've asked that question. So I grew up all over. My dad was in the military, so I grew up all over. But I adopted a Mustang from the federal government for $125.
Oh, like a Save a Mustang?
Save a Mustang program.
Oh, that's amazing.
And that's where I learned how to ride. And that's why I got hired at the Wild West Stunt Show, was because I got that horse, and that's all I had was $125. I was in college at UCLA. My dad's like, "What the hell are you doing? You know, you have a horse? What?" You know,
hey,
not
Dad.
knowing it would lead to a 10-year career for me. But I didn't have enough money to buy a saddle. So I rode the horse bareback for like 2 years before my buddy Nicholas Splashert and my family pooled some money, bought me a saddle. And I'm like, oh, wow, this is kind of cushy,
Awesome.
you know? So, and that's how I leared to ride.
But where did you keep your horse while you were at the University of LA?
Yeah, UCLA.
Did I just say
We
that?
call it that too. That's a Petaluma accent right there. And Phil snorted.
I'm sorry. I may have just had
University
one
of
extra
LA.
glass of wine that I shouldn't have had.
Perfect, right? That's good. In Northridge at I think it was the Blue Cloud Ranch. And so I would actually I was at UCLA, adopted the Mustang because my buddy had one at the time, a horse at the time, and then I went over to Universal Studios as a stage manager. Was working there for 2 years as a stage manager for Miami Vice, Waterworld, not Waterworld, yeah, Vice.
Good years,
Vice,
good years back then.
I
Yeah.
wish you guys
There
could
you
see
go.
my eyes rolling with like, of course Barton worked on this Miami Vice thing.
Exactly.
No, but it
I was a
at
stage
Universal,
manager at that time.
Universal Studios, the Miami Vice show, right?
Correct. Yeah, exactly.
Awesome.
Yeah. So then,
Might
while I
need
was
to go to
working there,
Universal Studios sometime.
it's a ton of fun. Yeah. So then, as a stage manager for those two shows, I was busy training and riding my horse, which I had absolutely no experience in doing either one of those because I had no experience before adopting the Mustang. And then a couple of years later, they were auditioning for the Wild West show. And my buddy's like, "Well, you should audition." I'm like, "Okay, what do I need to do?" And he's like, "Well, we got to start with a Cooper mount." I'm like, "Oh."
He goes, "Here, try it."
He proceeds to do
Kinda.
hashtag pooper crooper.
He's like, "Try it. I'm gonna get in first position."
Exactly. Fortunately, we did have a live horse to work
It was
with.
wrestling.
Good.
No, don't you remember in wrestling class?
Sure,
Yeah.
completely,
Yeah,
man.
no.
Absolutely.
I thought you were talking about ballet. I just was like,
No, that's
first position.
Of course
Wasn't
you
it-
would. Absolutely, yeah. First position, around the
Yeah.
chest or
Around the guy's
belly,
waist
one on
and
the arm,
on the wrist.
Okay, sorry, I have to change gears.
All right.
Because that just my daughter is 12 and
Oh, there's one thing I wanted to.
Nope, sorry, you can't right now.
Son of a bitch.
We're gonna wrap this thing up in a bow with a story about my daughter.
Okay.
And that is that she just came home the other day and was like, "Oh, I'm trying out for the wrestling team." I was like,
Whoa.
wait,
You can
what?
just date them. You don't have to wrestle them.
I was like, I didn't even know where that came from. Like 6 weeks ago, she didn't even know what wrestling was.
Yeah.
And now she's like, she just went from swimming, which she's done for like 3
Right,
years, and she's
right.
awesome.
Yep.
Now
Oh,
she's
so
playing
she's
soccer.
Fit as all can be.
She's playing
yeah.
soccer,
Yeah,
and she's
bleached out
so good
hair,
at that.
turning green at the ends. You've
She's
seen it.
beautiful and like weighs about 6 pounds. Like she's so little.
Yeah.
Maybe she
And I
should
was
go
like,
to
wrestling?
jiu-jitsu
She
or
weighs
something.
so little she hydroplanes, actually, as a swimmer.
This is the best. Okay, but let me tell you the best reason why she decided to try out, which by the way has changed. Now she's not going to because I was like, no.
Because that was yesterday.
But I said, what? And she goes, well, the coach was like, well, don't you think you're a little skinny for that? You can't do that. And she's like, with a big
Chip off
middle
the old
finger,
block.
and she was like, I'm trying out.
Daughter like mother.
Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
Where'd she get that?
Yeah.
I don't know where that
Yeah,
comes
no
from.
idea.
Of course not. Of course
Hey.
not. Well, good for her for thinking on it.
Yeah,
Expanded
just
horizons
for like
right there.
Half a minute. So I
Come
was
on.
like, nope, you're playing soccer
Yeah,
right now because
right.
you're awesome at it. Right.
Do
Did you
some
wanna say
jiu-jitsu
something?
on the side.
She did taikwondo
Oh,
and
nice.
she was awesome. She's
Jiu-jitsu is like the grappling, though.
She's kind
It's like
of
it's
a,
like putting people's thumbs on backwards and that kind of stuff.
Taking them off and then putting them
and
back.
Yeah,
putting
yeah.
them on.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So my 13-year-old is a black belt in Taekwondo.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Super, super cool and proud of her. There's a huge effort and consistent.
Yeah,
you know,
that's a big
consistent
deal.
effort.
That's a lot of work.
Is that in
A
town?
lot of focus.
Yes.
Master Schaefer or
Master Shifu. Yeah.
no, Master Schaefer. That's who my
Schaefer's
kids.
ATA,
That was just
right?
so
Schaefer's
close.
ATA.
Oh, that was so close. It was
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like
yeah.
sounded like a movie reference. No, Master Sanan. So
Sanan.
Schaefer, Sunan, and or Sanan,
Nice.
and Shifu, which
Man,
is one of my favorite
the
movies.
commitment of the kids in Taekwondo is amazing.
Yeah, I love
yeah,
it
it's
because
awesome.
it does give them some discipline as well. Like I loved it when she was in Taekwondo, and I don't honestly, I think it was my fault that she's not doing it anymore because I had a baby and I was like, I can't deal.
Honey,
can't
as a
deal with
parent,
this anymore.
everything is our fault.
Well, that's true.
That's true.
That is true.
Oh my God, they're watching
okay.
all the
That's all right.
time. I guess.
Oh, so let's
Apparently.
do this. Let's do this. Let's end right
Oh.
with the authentic, being
Huh.
authentic to others, right?
Okay.
Smile and be compassionate, empathetic with others, but especially when we're talking to our children about being authentic, right?
Yeah.
Because you're talking about her being 12 and a little edgy on the things. It's like get your ego out of
Yeah.
it. When you're raising your child, you got no time for ego. You want to look back in 10 years ago. I was an awesome mom. I was an awesome dad.
It'd be weird if I said I was a mom.
Well, I know. I was going to play on that a little bit. Thank you. Thank you, disruptor. Right. And
Phil the
so
disruptor.
yeah, but just really, really backing off, like when the teenagers challenge us and things like that and stuff, that they're supposed to be doing that. And it's like part of the process. It's like, it's okay. Just,
Oh my God,
be
if everything
authentic,
went
man.
perfectly, then nobody's learning anything.
Wouldn't have no stories.
Right.
That's
Everybody
true.
be bored.
We would have no podcast.
Right.
Oh, is that what that is?
And we don't.
Hey, guess what time it is?
What time is it?
It's time to put a bow on this
Put
thing.
it up, put a bow, wrap it
Yeah, I know.
up.
And I feel like
Yeah.
you really wanted to say something, and I cut you off, and I don't
even
remember
know what
you
it
wanted.
is.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
I think he was actually just testing you.
I'm all over the
But as
place.
opposed to
Probably.
putting a bow on it, let's put a cork on it.
Oh, right.
Cork it.
On the Archer Vineyard Pinot.
Yeah.
Although it's almost gone. Like we may
The
as well just finish
2019
it.
Archer.
We'll fix that.
16. 2019.
I was looking at it
2016.
upside down.
Because the bottle was being emptied into his cup. Awesome. Thank you so much for having me.
Barton,
I really
thank you
appreciate
for
it.
coming.
Yes.
Thank you for coming. And I'll have you
Absolutely.
back when I can have all the other old dudes
Yeah.
talking about
Thank you very
Petaluma.
much.
Oh, nice.
I totally don't mean that as like old, literally, but like
Wise.
like ingrained
Wise,
in
fun.
Wise, yes, Petaluma, like
Sexy.
Right. And we got
like
your cell
part of
phone
the
number, which
fabric.
was
707. Oh, wait. No, in the jingle.
Yeah.
707 799
I like the 799.
0843
43.
43
43.
0843.
Nobody in here's 4-3.
Realestatestars.com. Come on. Shoot
Wait.
down.
Come on, we'll shoot down.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah. Thanks.
Well,
Yeah,
thanks for
thank
coming,
you.
Barton. Thank
All
you.
right.
You both. I love it. Had a
Good
great
night.
time.
I feel
Good
like an
night.
hour older
Good
now.
night.
Bye, y'all.